Hi, in this video demo, I'm going to show you now the process of keyframing your rigged creature. Okay, we've rigged everything up correctly. We've also adjusted the anchor point so everything should rotate the way we need to. So for this, I'm going to start off with clicking on the pelvis here. Notice here that the pelvis is not parented to anything. That's because everything is eventually linked down into the pelvis. That's your central object. So if you need to move your object on your screen before you start keyframing, you want to use that one object that everything eventually is parented to, so everything will move with it. Okay, and so I'm going to start by moving this. So I'm going to go down here to the transform, and I'm just going to make sure and keyframe the position of the skeleton first. So make sure that your scrub key is at 0. We're going to click on position here to initialize the keyframing. And again, if you click this bubble, it'll also erase your keyframe. So you don't want to click that off once you start keyframing. And so now what I'm going to do is move this guy over a little bit and bring him down. So first thing he's going to do is come down. Then right here, we're going to go back over to the original position where he was, and then when he gets up here, it's going to go up a little bit higher. We're going to have him do a jumping jack here, and go over one here, and we'll have him go back to his original position here. Okay, in fact, what we can do is we can duplicate these now. So I can grab these, just draw a selection box around them, hold down Control, and bring those over here. So what we have is him going up, down, then up, back down, and then we'll have him go up and back down. So we'll keep this going. And again, I probably can move these closer to each other. Hold down Control again to duplicate your keyframes. I'm going to do this all the way across here. About right there, I guess. I'm holding down Control and clicking the mouse. Hold the Control, left click the mouse button and drag, and I'm duplicating those keyframes. We're going to go all the way across till we get to 10 seconds here. Okay. Out there. And let's do one more. Right there. Okay, so now when we watch it, we should see him go up and down at a regular interval. And that's a pretty good speed too already, so alright, perfect. And then at the end maybe we'll have him do something else. Okay, so now that the position of the pelvis is good, now we're going to go ahead and start moving the legs here. So this is what's called multiple pass animation. Again, you're going through the timelines multiple times, and each time you're keyframing something different. So let's start with the left thigh here. And we're not going to do a position this time, we're going to do a rotation. That's where most of your movement's going to happen, your action points. So we're going to leave this here at 0. Make sure your scrub key's on 0. Click rotation to start initializing your keyframing. And then as he comes down here, we're going to have him do a slight bend here, inward. And then when he gets here, we'll have him come back to where he was, just like that. And then when he gets here, to the top of our line here, we'll have this thing spread out here a little bit, have him go this way, because he's doing a jumping jack, right? So that's the whole cycle, and then he'll come back down to the original position. So let's grab these 4 now, and we'll duplicate these. So he's going to come up here, And by the time he gets down here, he's back down, bends down a little bit, goes back up. And we'll just keep that process going here. And we may need to make a few minor adjustments, but nothing too major, I don't think. Okay, and again, just keep duplicating this. And let's just move that over just one more. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to keep going through the time. Oops, Control Z. Hold down Control again and duplicate those. Move those over. Okay, I'm going back up, back down, back up. And so you just go through that whole process until we get to 10 seconds. Okay, again, duplicate, hold down Control, left click the mouse button, drag over. So far it seems to be working out okay here, so let's keep going here. Okay, and let's do another one here. And let's check it out, let's test it. So far so good. Okay, and we'll do another one here. Okay, it looks looking pretty good. Let's do one or two more here, and I think that'll be enough. And probably last one right here. I'm going to have to do something else at the end, right? Okay. So let's take a look and see what we have so far. So far we've done 2 passes through. And there his legs moving. That looks pretty good. Okay. So the other thing we might want to do now, since we're having him bend his knee a little bit, is go in now to the left calf here and rotate that a little bit too. So again, we're doing a rotation. Make sure your scrub key's at 0. Click your rotation here, and we're going to go here. And as that bends in, this is going to rotate out a little bit. Maybe about there. That's good. And then again, when he gets up to this point, we're going to be back in the original position, like so. Then he's going to go up here. He's going to go back down. Let's see what that looks like. It's going to come down, bend. Let's have this move back a little sooner. Let's bring this back. We'll make these even. That might help. There we go. That looks good. And let's maybe move these. Let's see if we can grab these 3 now and move these over to about there. Let's see how that's working. So far so good. Okay, let's see what we got so far. So far it looks pretty good. Okay. So we're trying to keep these pretty evenly spaced here. let's see here. Let's move this one over a little bit, maybe move these three. Okay, or we can move them even a little closer, maybe together. Okay, let's see what we got there. Looks pretty good. Keep going here. And let's look at that so far. Okay. Okay, it looks pretty good. Again, try to space these out evenly as much as possible. About there. Let's see what we got so far. Okay, looks pretty good. So now the next step would be to go to the other thigh, which would be the right thigh. And we'll transform that. So we're going through our third pass now through the timeline. So we're at 0 on the scrub key. Make sure click your rotation key to start the process. And again, as you come into here, this is going to rotate in just like the other one. Maybe about there. Oh, maybe a little bit more. And we get back up here, then this one, we're going to control, click, and bring that one over. And by the time it gets here, it's going to rotate out this way. And then we'll start the whole process here when we come back down. Okay? So let's grab these. Do the same thing. We'll bring these over to about right here. And let's take a look at that. So that's looking pretty good. So hold down control. Again, try to keep these evenly spaced. That over just a hair. Okay, and then control click. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's move that one here. Not sure where I want this one. Maybe right there. That one's a little closer in. I don't know if that's going to work. There we go. Okay, so you just keep working at it, keep plugging away. You got it right there. Okay. It's very tedious. But it seems to be working pretty well. Let's keep going here. Again, just holding control. That's probably good there on that one. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to do something different there. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have so far. Okay, it looks pretty good. So the last thing then on the legs will be the right calf. Okay, and we'll go to the transform here. And again, make sure your scrub key's at 0. Go to rotation. And again, when it gets down to about right here, we're going to have this thing rotate out a little bit, just like the other one. Okay, and then when it gets to here, of course, it'll return back to straight there. And then again, we'll go out here. And again, when it gets to here, well, let's see, we got to grab these 3, I guess, and move these somewhere into position there. Okay, move these along here. Try to get them about the same distance apart from each other. So maybe about right there. Move those in just a little bit here. It's probably going to be better. Okay. Again, move these over. So this one maybe a little over here. Probably about right there, yeah. Alright, so again, move these over. Get the bends about just about right there. Okay. Again. About there. Move that over just a little bit maybe. Okay, it's a little far, right? So we'll bring this over. So this thing bends a lot sooner. I must have, those must be off a little bit. Let me bring this back just a little bit. Looks pretty good. Okay. Just got a little bit more to do here. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have. Okay, so we've got the skeleton's legs moving, and now we want to make sure that the arms are doing their jumping jacks here. So again, another pass through. This time we're going to do the left bicep. Transform. Make sure your scrub key's at 0. Rotation. He's going to go down, then by the time he gets up here to the top here, this is going to rotate up. About there, probably. And by the time he gets down here, yeah, about right there. Again, this is going to go back to the original position. Okay, so we've got him jumping up here, going up with his arm, coming back down. Again, he's going to go up. By the time he gets here, we're going to have him back up here. By the time he gets down here, again, we're just going to alternate these now. Okay. He's going to come back down, and by the time he gets here, maybe we'll have him go back to the original position here. Okay. And again, by the time he gets back up here, he's going all the way up here again. Oops. Don't want to duplicate that, so I don't hold control down. Okay. And again, by the time he gets down here, so we can kind of see the pattern here emerging. When he's up top, right there, again, I'm going to grab this keyframe here, move that over. Again, by the time he gets down to here, let's say, we'll have this one a little slower. So it's a little bit of variation. Again, by the time he's up here, he's up there again. By the time he's down here, he's right here. So I'm just alternating these keyframes. That makes it kind of easy. Again, right there. Control Z. Again, let's just grab this one. Okay, we're making progress here. So up top here, but right there, we'll grab this one. Again, when he gets down here, okay. Almost done with this one. About right there. Let's wait to the last second here if we can. All right. Okay, and we'll leave that there for something to do at the end. Okay? So again, let's watch and see what we have so far. So far we've got him doing his jumping jacks. So now what we want to do is go over and grab the right bicep and do the same thing. Make sure your scrub key's at 0. We'll go to rotation. And again, we're just going to kind of follow the other arm here. So now we'll rotate this one up. Okay. And then when we get down to about right there, we're going to grab this first keyframe and bring it back down. Same thing up here. We'll grab this one. He's just kind of doing his thing here. Okay. Grab this one here, bring him back down. So we're just kind of watching the other one, which is an easy way to do it. And again, if it's off a little bit, that's okay. Because we want a little variation, we want a little randomness too. Okay, getting there. Okay. So again, if it's varied a little bit, that's okay. That was a little slow on that one, so let's bring this one over just a little bit more. Okay, and he's coming down. Let's get him right there. All right. Oops. So if you accidentally click off, just go right back to the layer and click on it. Okay, let's grab this. We're just about done here. Okay, and that's pretty good there. Let's see what we got so far. Where'd my skull go? Oh, if you accidentally click one of the tracks, just drag it back out. Okay, and so at the end here, maybe we'll just have him do some kind of a kick or something. So let's close this up. Let's go to his left thigh. And at the very end, we'll keyframe something here. When we get up here, we'll have the thigh go up some more here. And we'll have the calf do something here to left calf here. Let's go there. Transform. Again, we're going to go down to rotation. And right here, when we get to the calf, as this goes all the way up, the calf at this point will have rotated down. Okay, like that. And now we'll go to the right thigh and have him do a kick. Okay. So here we've pretty much done, and then we'll have him come up right there. And as he's coming up that way, oh wait, I'm on the left calf, huh? Or I want to be on the right thigh. Yeah, right there. Okay. And now what we're going to do is have him go up. Do a little kick right there. Okay. And that's how our animation will end. All right, so let's give it a watch. So there he's doing his jumping jacks. And then he finishes off his workout with a little kick at the end. Okay, so that's basically how you do multiple pass animation. You go through the timeline and you keyframe something. Then you go back through the timeline again to keyframe something else. And you keep doing that until your object is doing all the movements that you want almost simultaneously. And again, all of this movement is a result of going through the timeline several times and keyframing different aspects of your creature.